Today I'm going to be playing this Paladin deck based around Lightforged Crusader and Lightforged Zealot. So this is No Neutrals Paladin, or Paladin Paladin, or Pure Paladin, or whatever you want to call it. But we've got the new Lightforged cards. Now, I've seen some builds of this deck that are pretty aggressive. They play like this card, the Brazen Zealot, and some 2-drops because they want to like force a Christology package. But my instinct with the deck when I was building before the expansion came out was more of a like mid-rangey control-y thing. We've got a Spirit of the Tiger package with some big spells, and we've got Zandalari Templar actually, which is pretty well supported by Amber Watcher, the new card we got, plus just like all these other healing cards that we can be playing, Bronze Explorer, another new card. So this was my instinct with where to take the deck, and somehow I'm 7-0 with the deck right now, so I guess it was a decent direction to take things. But maybe if my win rate starts tanking, I'll try out a more aggressive version. So Warrior is probably something aggressive. I could actually see myself keeping an Amber Watcher here. Probably not 2. But maybe 1. I don't know, maybe 2, honestly. Like, what am I hoping to hit? Bronze Explorer, High Priest the Call. I guess maybe, like, Consecration or something. But I don't know, this seems like a pretty solid 3-4-5 curve. Like, even if I don't need all this healing, it's still a 5-mana 4-6. It sort of just fits my curve. It's not like I have early game to mulligan for. No 1-drop out of him though, so maybe he's not an aggressive deck. But sometimes the pirates don't hit their 1-drop, even though they do play like 6 of them probably. I think I'm happy to just make a 1-1 here. I'm actually pretty concerned about that hero power from the opponent. It really looks like he's a control deck, and I'm not sure what I do in the control matchup. Do I play an Eldar Peacekeeper here for tempo? Probably. Like, what in Control Warrior do I need to Peacekeep? And even if I do find something, I've got a lot of removal in this deck. Subdue, Equality, Double Shrink Ray. So let's just play for tempo. Alright, Dragon Control Warrior. Might actually be a pretty decent deck after the nerfs. I'm gonna coin out the 4-6 here, because it's really the only proactive thing I can do. And I feel like I am trying to kill him in this matchup. I don't think I'm just sitting back and killing all of his stuff. Plus, it's just nice to actually get a card out of my hand here since I have this Lightforged Crusader. Okay, so he's a slow Galakrond deck. That's sort of interesting. He didn't kill the 1-1, so he's fine with me taking these trades. Also sort of interesting. Use the Peacekeeper to get some health on my guy. And of course we get a 3-3 in play. So I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know what his list is. I guess I could maybe try looking it up. Is it a popular enough deck that I can look it up? Probably just want to get another thing in play. This Spirit of the Tiger is looking real pathetic this game. Actually, I can, like, Consecration with it next turn, maybe. Got this. I can just go Tiger Flash of Light here. And I'm pretty likely to either just have a decent Consecration, play something too big, I subdue Consecration, or I could just draw into something off this Flash of Light. Let's see if we can get this to work. The quality is not super exciting, I must say. But, I mean, it is good to pair with the Consecration potentially later in the game. But I'm not sure that I'm ever really trying to, like, come back on board. Do I ever Shrink Ray here? Shrink Ray seems kind of bad because then these guys trade instead of me still having an 0-3 in play. If I play Lightforged Crusader, I'm gonna overdraw. Pretty sure I just consecrate this thing. I'm assuming that deck... Well, I don't know, maybe it doesn't play Restless Mummy. It wants Town Crier to hit the Scion of Ruin and the Devoted Maniac. But it might play Restless Mummy. And even if it doesn't have Mummy, it probably has something that can deal with an 0-3 here. Warpath is probably not his best answer. So if this guy is just playing the top HS replay deck... Oh wait, this isn't the top by win rate, it's just the top by games. Let's just go Amber Watcher here to get a thing in play. Redemption is fine. Never Surrender is fine. But if he's playing this deck, it just has like the one of Molten Breath and like 4 dragons. So it's not even really a dragon deck, it's just a control Galakrond Warrior that has room to play a Molten Breath, I guess. I guess that makes sense. Going full dragon seemed like it would be kind of bad. So there's the Kronks. But his guy is only halfway invoked, right? And I've seen a Scion of Ruin already, so even if he gets full invoked, it's probably not that bad for me. Well, that seems like a good subdue, and I've got the hand space to play this now, so... Seems like the turn. Kinda some bad stuff here. Finley is not that far from being active, but I play no card draw. So, it's hard to imagine him actually becoming active this game. I think I already have a Never Surrender in play. I guess the Consecration is a nice pickup. Wonder if I would play a War Golem that just drew a Consecration. Like, maybe that one card is just worth it. Alright, so he's happy to just play this for 2 cards. I think I'm also happy for him to just play that for 2 cards. Especially when it means he's leaving the 7/7 up, but maybe a Shield Slam. Okay, second Scion, not buffed. Makes that attack because he's playing around Redemption, otherwise you obviously kill the 7/7. Oh. That was an enormous error. I guess he wasn't playing around anything. So what am I doing here? I mean, I can Consecrate here. It's not really exciting or anything, but it's decent. Still have 4 2-ofs in the deck, so maybe I just play River Crocolisk here. Or maybe it's just like Consecration, play Mythical, Hero Power, Light's Justice. It's not like I have to Consecrate here. I can be a homie and take this trade for him, and then just Light's Justice the 1/1. Play a couple things. Hold back on the Consecration since I have 2 things that go with it. What does this deck play? It does play Brawl. Plays Warpath, although I've seen one already. Probably just fine with this board. Could have potentially positioned around Super Collider a little bit better. But, actually the Super Collider positioning is pretty terrible. Because he can Hero Power Super Collider, kill my 2 biggest things. Let's go Crusader. Shit. Got the second best one, though. Okay, so that's the first buffed thing I've seen. I have lots of ways I can shrink it. Looks like I probably am going to play one of them, just because, like, what else could I possibly do here? So I guess we'll cast a Shrink Ray. Still 4 cards away from this Finley. Is that something I should be holding? I think I like just playing it. My board does like no damage, so putting 2-3 in play is nice. Okay, that is something that survives the Dragon Maw Scorcher, which I did know was in his deck, assuming he's playing this list I looked at.
That belongs in the museum.
Harrison Jones. Can play Shrivala here. It's a pretty nice little tempo swing. I could also just play a Shrink Ray. I'm not really expecting him to make a huge board at this point. Just burning a Shrink Ray to shrink a couple things is pretty decent. And then I can still just go like Bronze Explorer, maybe a Hero Power.
I must insist.
Get my damage in, because I think I'm the one trying to kill in this matchup. Malygos. It's good with Consecration if I can get it to stick, but these 9-mana dragons don't look very exciting. Maybe Brightwing can hit something cool. Hit me a Tyrion or something. Interesting immediate attack. Not really sure how to interpret that.
Unity, precision, perfection.
I do have to be a little bit worried about him chipping away at my health. Twin Tyrant would actually be good here if I had the mana. Cobalt Spellkin? I think Cobalt Spellkin's like pretty bad in Paladin because you get a bunch of garbage secrets and stuff. Probably just take this Onyxia for next turn.
We are friends now. Hello, friend.
Edwin Van Cleef. He'd be a 6/6 here. I don't think I like that much. It's pretty easy to make him a 6/6. Like a Consecration here. And then any turn I can go like Shrivala, Crystal Smith Kangor, and then find a way to spend 5 mana and I can make him an 8/8. That's annoying. Gonna have to spend a quality Shrivala on that. So I guess this is the Edwin turn, huh? There's no way I can leave that thing in play. If I try to just play this and he has any removal, I'm just out on board.
It's time to test your metal.
This was a pretty good turn though. Put a lot of stats in play and healed for 14. I am a little bit low on resources, but the 2 cards I have in hand are very strong. And I do have another Crusader in the deck, as well as a Spirit of the Tiger. So I've definitely got some gas left. But I can't say that I'm excited about my position. Let's go Never Surrender. The list I'm looking at does not play Plague of Wrath, but some of them do. Plague of Wrath is the real bummer here. Cool, I got a Warpath and a Brawl out of him. That's both, that's like all 4 of his ward clears, and I can just slam Onyxia here. I mean, if he's leaving up this 8/9, I probably just go a new challenger. But I've got the Onyxia to back it up. So I'm actually feeling pretty good about my position right now. That was a really interesting decision to play there. I think I'd rather spend 7 mana than 4. It's gotta be Illidan, right? Best stats. It's gonna get Taunt Divine Shield. Is there like some specific breakpoint that Mossy Horror hits? Can't really imagine what it would be. Let's just take this significantly better card. Should have hero powered first because of Super Collider. That's the second time this game that I could have easily played around Super Collider and just didn't. I mean, he's still taking a risk on Super Collider, but I could have made it. Okay, whatever. So it ended up not mattering. But it was still bad positioning. Not sure how easy it is for him to deal with this Nyxia. I think it's probably pretty hard. And I do have 8 damage in hand if anything sticks. So... he actually can just kill Nyxia here, but he takes the 8, so... that's fine with me. If he takes the 8, he's dead. So either card in my hand is lethal. Let's show him both.
Watch your back.
I will fight with honor.
Definitely like having a Lightforged Zealot. Although I think it's probably at its worst against Apothecary Apothecary Rogue. Just because like the 4/2 body gets backstabbed or whatever. And the 4/2, like the weapon doesn't really kill anything in that deck if it gets buffed. But it's still a good card.
Reporting for duty.
Did pick up this Bronze Explorer to help fill out my curve. So I've got a pretty nice 3/4. Not sure when the Spirit of the Tiger comes down. Seems like it wants to come down on 6 because of a new challenger, but I do have a bit of a hole in my curve there, which is hopefully corrected by this guy. Probably just take another dragon, another Bronze Explorer. I'm not Highlander. Turn 9 is really far away, so sure. Maybe like turn 4 is Zealot, turn 5 is just Hero Power Bronze Explorer or something. That doesn't seem like a winning curve against this opener though, if he has the Apothecary. And he kept 2 cards off the mulligan, so he probably has the Apothecary.
Incredible.
But my 4-drop is decent here. He has the coin to activate the Apothecary.
Green mix red mean no dead.
Oh, it's Whelp. Okay. Not Warbringer. I've heard some people say that this version is stronger. But I think in this matchup, he would probably rather have Warbringer. Because the Warbringer doesn't care about healing. And I've got stuff like Equality to deal with this 7/7. But this turn I'm pretty concerned. Maybe I just go like Spirit of the Tiger plus Secret, eat 10 damage, and then use Equality to clean up next turn. If I'm just playing Equality here, it's not really accomplishing all that much. But I guess I can kill his 7/7. I leave him with nothing to trade this Apothecary into, and then I can go the turn 6 Spirit of the Tiger into turn 7 new challenger curve. I have to keep in mind this does have a 7/7 in it, not a Warbringer. But preventing that from trading off is still good, right? Do I really want to Equality Weapon and do a 7/7? I guess I probably do.
For justice.
Definitely can't say I'm in love with what I just did, but I don't hate it either.
On wings of evil.
The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Just a 4/4, that's fine with me. I probably just hit that with the weapon. And since I have Redemption up, I'm going to pass on Hero Power or making a 1/1 with the Desperate Measures. I guess I could have played Desperate Measures first. Made this play sort of quickly. Is this guy really playing Highlander? He's playing Highlander and he hit Necrium Blade Apothecary on curve? Fuck this guy. That's really obnoxious though that he hit Sanctuary. It's like the best possible card he could have hit there. I can Consecration, but it gives him a 7/7, which seems pretty bad. So I guess he's gonna get the 3/6. Do I want a Kartut Defender? Stats line up fine. Yeah, let's take the healing. Stats are fine. Oh, and it's also insane with Redemption. Yeah, let's go Kartut Defender. Not even close on what was best there. I am at 14, but this Kartut Defender heals for a lot. If it gets sapped... Okay, not sapped. I am, unfortunately, a turn off of Shrink Ray Consecration. So if he just makes too big of a board here, that can be an issue. But it looks like I'm healing for a lot, so maybe I can afford the turn. Shit, I really wanted to not redeem that. Maybe it's not that bad, though. Maybe with that being stealthed, just Shrink Ray is good. And he actually spent mana on that Vendetta. Oh right, this thing couldn't attack there because it goes off at the beginning of the turn, right? Wait, is that how it works? It couldn't attack, but it seems like it shouldn't go off at the beginning of the turn. Well, whatever. So I can actually do something with the Spirit of the Tiger here, potentially. I can value trade, Shrink Ray, and then I get a 5/5. And just play like a Bronze Explorer to back it up. I could go Spirit of the Tiger Consecration instead. Kill the 3/2 instead of the 7/7. You'd need 13 from hand, which is pretty difficult to have, especially since he's likely Highlander, so it can't be like Leroy Double Eviscerate, which he doesn't have mana for anyway. That is a super greedy line, but maybe it's just good. Get quite a lot out of these tigers. Could definitely see me kicking myself here in a couple of minutes. But it was also enough of a discount to get Shrivala playable. I think this just seems good. Wonder what the scariest thing he could hit there is. Has to be a class legendary. Reno would be strong, but it wouldn't be a full clear.
You'll find me wherever the
Oh.
action is.
He got that off Brightwing? Fuck you, dude. Are you serious? Well, at least I've got the Shrivala, which is pretty sick here. So, a couple 4s go in there, Shrivala goes there. I probably trade into the 2/4, because I'm a little spooked. I don't know, maybe I actually just Shrink Ray this turn. I can still play Shrivala along with Shrink Ray, and I can make 2 5/5s. So I can like value trade here, Shrink Ray lets me trade these off. Actually, I can go face for 7 if I do that. Trade, I have Shrivala. kind of like Shrink Ray here. Oh, this is dumb. I'm dumb. Wow, that was like actively bad because these things filled up my board. Okay, shit, this is not good. I'm so stupid. Alright, well, this turn was way shittier than it needed to be. Was it way shittier? I think I might have just missed 7 damage. Missing 7 damage is, like, pretty bad, but not the end of the world. I'm still threatening lethal. Still got the healing, which is the most relevant part of the turn. I didn't even check what secret this was because what I did was so dumb. Okay, Noble Sack is pretty irrelevant. Does this kill everything? Huh. That's interesting. They aren't green numbers, so they should be unique minions, right? 5/5 tiger and 1/1 tiger. Well, whatever. Pretty easy Lightforged Crusader here. And I guess I'm gonna make some 2/2s. Seems decent. If I sound the bells, still have to trade Shirvala in. So let's go Holy Wrath. Oh, I can actually Holy Wrath my Shirvala. That seems good. Or Holy Light, rather. So I'm like even farther ahead on board now than I was last turn. Well, that's about even, I should say. But yeah, now I'm up to a pretty safe 19 health. Is this going to be a Faceless Corruptor? Look at that relevant 1-stat nerf. Let's go Shirvala. Thank you, nerfs. Thank you. Not that I was going to lose that game.